I'm baking today, and the recipe calls for chopped carrots. And as I was chopping the first half of the carrots, I noticed something interesting which I want to share with you. Chopping the carrots in this Cuisinart, and the technique of chopping carrots with a Cuisinart is you use the pulse button. And basically you turn the machine on and off to evenly chop the carrots. Watch what happens. So the question is, why did the Cuisinart move when I pulsed it? Why does it not move when I hold down the button? So I'd like you to stop the video and think about the answer. So this is what I think. I know there's a motor inside the Cuisinart that causes the blade of the Cuisinart to turn. Now the motor turns in this direction, which is a counterclockwise direction as viewed from the top. The Cuisinart, the housing of the Cuisinart, turns in a clockwise orientation. So my explanation is that the force that the motor exerts on the blades, so the motor pushes on the blades and the blades push back on the motor. So Newton's third law explains that. So we're getting an action and then the reaction. So the action is the force of the motor accelerating the blades. So the blades go from no speed to some speed. So there's acceleration there, and that requires a force. And so then you get the opposite movement. The motor forces in one direction, and the blades push back on the motor, causing the housing of the Cuisinart to turn in the opposite direction. Now, when I held down the button, you did get that force causing the Cuisinart to spin in one direction. Well, that's because of the acceleration. But once we came up to speed, the blades turned at a constant speed. So there was no net force acting on the blades. The blades were pushing back with the same force as the Cuisinart motor. Therefore, you don't have any further acceleration of the system, so the housing does not move. When I stopped the Cuisinart, you ended up getting the reverse happen. So that's it. That's Newton's law explaining how to chop carrots.